Alexis Nunes alongside Julien Laurent, and another interesting one to chat about, Julia. Mauro Icardi, the enigma that is Mauro Icardi. The saga continues, but it looks like he's close to finding at least a temporary home. We're hearing that he could be going to none other than Paris Saint-Germain. We know that that is home for you. So I just have to ask you, what do you think of this one, and how, if you even do see him fitting in, how?
First of all, I like the idea. I think he's a wonderful football player. He's a great finisher, and there's a few reasons why this would make sense for PSG.
Despite everything that's happened, that's not put you off of the person.
I mean, yeah, okay. If you get Icardi, you also get Wanda Nara, and you get the whole saga.
Whole package. And you already have some troublesome players. If we want to talk about Neymar, you know.
And next thing I know, she'll be on French television, you know, talking about. But that would be part of the fun. First thing is Edinson Cavani is out of contract next summer, and so far there hasn't been any talks about him extending, and he's not getting younger, so this could be the last season of Cavani in Paris, and in that case you need a replacement. There's not many players who could score as many goals in the world right now than Edinson Cavani. So if you get Icardi on loan with an option to buy, he could be your perfect replacement for Cavani for the next season. Also, Cavani is injured. He also was injured at the last 4 months of last season, pretty much. So you know he's a bit more injury prone. Kylian Mbappe is currently injured as well. Neymar is suspended for the first three Champions League matches. So you could face Real Madrid with Choupo-Moting, which is basically not how you would want to play.
It makes you want to cry inside.
Exactly. So even on a short term, it makes sense. On a mid-term / longer term, it makes sense because you will need another striker, because we saw last season that Choupo-Moting was not good enough to come in to either play with Cavani or replace him to give Cavani a rest, or for all I know, Icardi might be much better than Cavani, and would be the starter, and Cavani would be more of a sort of the part-time choice for Tuchel. So it makes a lot of sense. I understand what you're saying about you buy
that personality
exactly,
as well, and the whole entourage.
Yeah, the whole entourage,
and you've already got that big Neymar one going on too.
I do think that Leonardo, as a sporting director, has all the qualities to be able to handle that very well. You know, and I think this is a squad where there might be Neymar excluded, less ego maybe than Inter Milan, where, you know, it's part of the club in many ways. So, okay, yeah, maybe it's a bit risky, and especially I don't know in what kind of shape he is. I don't think he's done a very good pre-season to start with. Fitness-wise, it might need a bit of work to be done. And that could be the worry, because they will need him ready very quickly. And if he's not, then that could be a problem.
Well, with everything that happened with Neymar as well, and of course him, you know, allegedly trying to force that move to Barcelona, you sense that, of course, this still could happen eventually, maybe at least next summer transfer window. With that said, and the current situation and the fact that Icardi is definitely not a plan of Antonio Conte's at the moment, would this be something that you would want to see, probably a permanent move eventually at PSG?
Yeah, I think that would make sense. I like the idea of the loan with an option to buy. They couldn't buy anyone right now without the money from the Neymar transfer. With financial fair play, they couldn't afford a Dybala or an Icardi with a permanent move right now. So the loan was always the only option they had if they wanted to do a striker or, you know, someone of that kind of price, because they can do Keylor Navas, and they will do Keylor Navas today, but they're okay for that. It's 50 million euros. But to pay 70 or 80 million euros for Icardi, they couldn't do it right now. So the loan works, and then next summer, if you get money for Neymar or for whoever else, then you can afford him. So that's better. If Neymar had gone, they would have had a creative player to replace him, naturally. Now that he's still there, and he will be there for the season, he will bring that creativity. So then the other goal scorer was the other option that they had to go for, because they clearly felt like they needed someone else with Cavani to be that sort of number 9 player.
All right, thanks so much there to Julien Laurent. Well, could Mauro Icardi have a new home eventually? Time will tell, but for now, Icardi to PSG. Julien's a fan of that.